Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Saturday, October the 11th of 2025. So a couple days ago, I had to take my car in to get the brakes done. So I was up on the north end and I had to walk back to the mall to get changed to take the bus home because I was across town. So up there, I found a new thrift store up on the north end of town. It's called Joey's Attic. So I got a couple items the other day. Now one I can kind of show, but not really. It is a birthday gift. So I will show it on this video quickly, but I will show it in depth for a video later this week. Just because I love collecting, like vintage books and like antique books, however you want to call them. So this one here, you can see, it's just a red cover book. It was only $1. This book was published in 1958. I'm just going to show it like that. So I got this book for $1 because the other day their books were on sale. So I got that, and then they had their clothing is also on sale. So I got a couple of pieces of clothing. So I got this nice gray dress, and it has the nice rhinestone collar, gemstones, rhinestones, I don't know, whatever you want to call these metallic little stones up here, beads, whatever. And it does have zippered pockets in the front, which is just a really nice feature. So for $1, let's see, it's RW and Company. It's the brand. And then I also got this shirt. Oops, I'm losing my microphone. This nice blouse. It's by Laura Petite. And so the collar has some little pearl beads on it. Nice little fabric covered buttons, and even the cuffs have a fancy little detail to them. So can't go wrong with a nice white blouse for $1. And I have to say, it was Wednesday and the Jades were playing, and I just happened to find a Blue Jays jersey. No name or number on it, just a standard jersey, but for $1, and I just thought it was so funny that, they're playing that day and I come across it. So that is what I got. So that was $4 for those 4 items. And then today I went back up to the little thrift store or the antique shop because there was some other books that I was interested in. But like I said, I couldn't walk across town or try to catch the bus across town carrying an armful of books. So today they were not on sale. I'm just trying to move these books into 2 piles here because there's pricing difference. So the books today, these hardcover antique books, were $2 each, which you can't really go wrong with these cover, like a vintage type book for $2 is still worth it. So this is the basic spelling for grade 3. And it looks so much like the books I used when I was in elementary. The pictures look the same. I know those color blocks of, like what you're doing. The pictures, just, of course, I was in school early 80s, so this might have been a newer edition, but it says it was from the school, and it's got the date, August 23rd, 1965. So, like I said, when I was going to school early 80s, would have these books still been in the classroom? Probably. I also remember having them updated where we had not the hardcover, we had the soft cover, but they were all same pictures inside. Same thing. So everybody was being, whether you got a hardcover book or the soft cover, every page was almost identical. And I just teaching you in grade 3 how to do cursive writing. You know, like they don't really teach that anymore. Or they might teach it for a few days, but they don't have like full units on it where you're not expected to write all your assignments in cursive anymore. So that one. And then I got this one here. It's a Jack and Jill by Louisa May Alcott. And some of these, the pages are a little ripped, which, you know, I said they're from the 50s, so it's not a big deal to me. I'm trying to find the year these was printed. 1956. I believe this is 1956. MCMLVI, I believe, is 1956. Just going to find that other one because I know one of them actually had a date. Just going to double check. Yes, this book here actually was given to somebody in 1956. And it has the same date in here, MCMLVI. So I believe it's 1956. But, you know. And this is the Andersen's Fairy Tales. So it's by Hans Christian Andersen. And then I had this one here. It's also Black Beauty by Anna Sewell. And it has a date. It's been signed to somebody in 1955. So I'm just going to check in here what it says it was published. MCMLIV. Black Beauty. And then a couple other ones I don't really know. This is called The Cruel Sea by Nicholas Monsarat. And I find the pages. I always make sure when I'm buying books that they do actually have dates in them. That you can like thought I saw a date in here. Now, I will say, I do know that it would have been done in the early 50s, just based on, the table of contents. So it's a story taking place during World War II. So it's got the last thing takes place in 1945. And when I look up to the last page, it's talking about April 1948 to May 1950. So this book would have been published like right there at the early 50s. And this one here is called Famous Utopias by Moore Campelia Bacon Montague, something like that. If I'm saying their names wrong, I'm trying to, I don't know these authors. So if I say something wrong, I'm sorry. So it's the Famous Utopias of the Resistance, or the Renaissance. I can't even speak. Famous Utopias of the Renaissance. And this book says that this was copyright 1946. This was the 4th printing, and it was done August of 1949. So a book from 1949 is in really good condition. And this last one that was $2. It's called Heroines Every Child Should Know. It says edited by Hamilton W. Maybe and Kate Stevens. Now this one this will now be the oldest book in my collection of books. And I'm trying to find, copyright 1908. and it was published February 1908. So this will now be the oldest book in my collection. So 1908. I don't think I have very many books that predate World War II. So that one, and then do this next smaller stack here. Again, I found this one was just kind of tucked between some other bigger books, and it's called The Specialist by Charles Sale. And what's the year on this one? Copyright Canada, 1938. So this one here, I believe, was $1. Yeah, I think all the rest of these books were $1. So $1 for this little tiny book. I don't know what it's about, but you know, I see the year of 1938, and I'm like, I have to get it. Just a little story, and it's got some, you know, pictures in here. So, now all the rest are the kids' books. So I found the Richard Scarry's Christmas Mice. And 1965. I mean, I remember having these type of books when in like the 80s, and these little golden books, but with these type of pictures. So there's that one, and then of course all these of course are all the little golden books. So $1 each. So I got Animals on the Farm. I like to always look at the years it was published. So this one is, the copyright is 1968. The Christmas Donkey. And I believe this one here is a newer one. 1984. The Christmas Story. It was 1952, but this edition here is 1980. Prayers for Children. And this looks more like a really newer, up-to-date. Again, it says it was originally 1952. This one is a 1980. Little Golden Picture Dictionary. It says it was a copyright 1959. This was the 32nd printing from 1976. Who Comes to Your House? It just says 1973. The Happy Golden ABCs. Oops. It's the first page is kind of tore. I didn't notice that. So there's no year on this one, but I could probably say it's probably like the late 70s, early 80s type of print. So I'm just going to compare the. I also compare what the background for the back page looks like. Because I said, if you know it's the newer ones have this type of a backing. The older ones were this kind. So I'm going to say, because it is this, I'm going to say it's going to be like a late 70s right through to 1980. Because this one has the yellow background, and it says it was in 84. So it's got the same as this one, same type of thing. So I was probably printed like the same year. So what did I say? This one was. Sometimes it's hard to open up these books. Yeah, this one says 1976. And this one says 1973. So this one kind of looks similar to it. So I'm going to say before 1980. And then the little book. And this one it says it was the 8th printing in 1979. So it still has the green on it. So by 1980, it was the background had the yellow. So I can see that this would be, before 1980, just based on what I see just in front of me. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but it's kind of what it looks like. So I spent $23 on the books today, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 books for $23. But I'll say we have a lot of these little pop-up libraries throughout our neighborhood, and I went to a couple the other day. I was walking through the neighborhood, and so I found 4 little kids books I got for free. I said, so if I pay like $1 for some of these ones, but then I can get the same ones for free, it kind of just, like adds to my collection and kind of like, helps me say, well, how much money do I really spend on books? But if I can get some books for free. So I got Daniel in the Lion's Den. And this one is it's in 1995. I know it's a newer one. I don't know. Oh, Rainbow Books. And then I got Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. This one says the 5th printing was 1973. I'm trying to find the first printing. Looks like it says 1964. But this one is from 1973. I got Trucks and Cars. And it said it was the 10th printing in 1976. Copyrights are 1959 and 1951. I'm not quite sure what they copyright because it's like, but I will say the pictures do look like a 1950s style trucks. And then this last one, it's My Friends Make Me Happy. If I can open it. Yeah, 1979 is what the inside says. So that is the books I got. So today is just a little, mostly just a book haul kind of a thing. I love old books, like whether they're like the little kids books or old novels or even just the old textbooks. I love collecting these type of things. I don't know why. So that is my kind of like a book shopping haul, I guess. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos. And I will see you in the next ones. Bye.